Can you tilt the screen towards me a little bit? Because I can't really see that well. Can you tilt it down a little?
No.
Can you tilt it more towards me? Okay. Brokey saw his house, and he didn't like the way it was happened. He got embarrassed because he was afraid that Pan wouldn't like him anymore if his house was a wreck like it was. He was also mad because he didn't know what happened to it because he had amnesia, remember?
Oh, it is being closed for revelation.
Broly said.
Maybe we should go somewhere and fun? That sounds like a good idea to me.
Pan said as she agreed with Broly's plan. Broly Pan got into Broly's car, which was okay because it had not Goku.
Let's go somewhere where me and you can be romantic,
he said to Pan as he drove his sliver BME.
Alright, how about a cliff with a nice view and lots of scenario-y?
Quan says.
That's my favorite spot.
Broly said, but he didn't know if it was or not because he couldn't remember. He drove all the way to the highest hill in the city. He parked his car right so that they could see the city. They felt that it was so romantic, they felt that they had to start kissing right then and right there. They started making out for a long time. Then Pan felt that she loved Broly more than anyone else on the face of the earth. She felt that her love for Broly was more than any love she could ever have ever, so that she took her shirt off. Broly saw that and then he got a big boner. He loved Pan too.
Let's go in the back seat,
Broly said.
There's more room back. Okay,
Pan replied. They both jumped into the back seat of the car and kept making out with their shirts off.
Broly,
Pan stated.
I never thought that me and you would be like this together.
Pan said.
I've loved you ever since I laid my eyes on you.
Pan said. Pan took off her pants and then Broly did his. He stared kissing her all over her body and she started moaning with pleasure. Broly got out his penis and then Pan saw it and she was gasping for breath. She was so taken under by Broly's dick.
Put it in me now.
She yelled.
I want it now.
Pan was swatting real bad and her heart was beating like a drum.
Alright, Pan, since you asked nicely.
Broly said as stuck his penis inside Pan's body. There was a windows. They were starting to fog up from all the hot heat building up inside the car. Broly thrust his body at her and the whole car jumped as if it had hydraulics.
Oh yes, Broly, yes.
Pan said. She had never had sex before and this was her first time, but it was the best thing she had ever experienced. Broly had done it before, but he can't remember any of them because he had gotten amnesia. Pan's foot accidentally boom up the radio and turned it on. The song Lollipop by Lil Weezy came on.
Pan is mine, this is my favorite song,
Pan said. She started moving her hips to the beat of the song on Broly's cock. Pan could tell by Pan's face that she was getting into it, so that she decided Broly was getting into it too. Pan got low onto Broly and put his penis into her mouth. Pan worked her mouth up and down Broly's hard-shafted hand.
Oh, Pan, that's the way.
Broly said as Pan sucked on his penis more, but the weight shift on the car flew off the side of the cliff. They were so passionate they not noticed much of what was going on, however. It was till the very last second that they noticed that they were going to crash, but suddenly the car started going back up. They looked out the mirror and saw that it was the Great Singing Man. He had rescued them.
The Great Saiyan Man!
Pan yelled at the top of her lungs.
He's my hero? What a dream home!
Seatedly, Broly got jealous. He didn't really know Han Pa, but he did know that she was his wife. At what he thought.
He's not so great,
Broly said with a mean voice.
I bet I could beat him up easy. In your dreams, Broly,
Pan said. The Great Sane Man walked up to the car and knocked on the glass.
It appears you don't have your brake on, sir.
Saya Man said.
Good thing I heard, hey wait, aren't you Broly?
Saya Man jumped back and got into a fighting posse. Broly was so confused. He didn't know why Saya Man would not fight him.
Yes, I am Broly. At least, that is what I have been told because...
Silence, Crouton!
Saya Man said as he smashed his fist against the car's window.
You are nothing but a phony.
Gohan Man suddenly got a great idea. He thought that if Broly wasn't remember anything, he could probably forget that he was the legendary Super Saiyan. That way, he would act just like a normal human being. That means that Broly could go to jail and he'd never have to see him again.
Alright, Broly, let's see your driver's license.
Broly reached into his wallet and pulled out his driver's license. Gohan was shocked because Saiyaman never expected Broly to actually have one.
I bet it's a fake license and you're going to jail for it.
Saiyaman said heroically.
Actually, it looks to be okay. Never mind, Broly, I guess you— Whoa, what the fuck?
He looked into the passenger seat and saw that it was Pan.
Broly, what are you doing with my daughter?
Oh, this is your daughter? Then that means you must be my dad-in-law.
Gohan gasped.
You mean you are married?
Suddenly, Saiyaman felt a tap on his shoulder. Suddenly, it was Video.
Gohan, I want to tell you that I don't love you anymore!
She yelled.
What, Videl? What do you mean? What happened?
Gohan yelled back.
I love something else. I love Broly.
Videl smiled.
Well, did you know that Broly is having sex with your daughter?
Gohan said.
What do you mean?
Videl looked into the car and saw that it was true. Broly and Pan were naked in the car and they had no clothes on. Videl felt so stupid now that because she had thought that she had loved Broly, and she loved Gohan before, but they both messed up and she told them off. Now she had nobody.
Gohan, maybe me and you should stay together.
She said, Watja, a sadness on air face.
I have never failed to do trade in my life.
Okay.
The great Gohan man said he did not feel too bad anymore, but he just remembered that his dot Pan was still having sex with Boral.
We have to do something about Pan and Borla. This is real not good.
I thought Broly loved me, but I guess he do not.
Videl sawed sad.
I thought so too, Video, but I guess not.
Gohan Sangman said.
But I'm glad because I love you too much, Videl, and I never want to be apart from you.
Oh, Gohan, man, you are so romantic and dreamy.
Videl said. 5Y37 were ignoring Broly and Pan now. BC, they were in love again. Broly used this time to Pan use us as an opportunity to say,
Broly, let's get out of here now before they get mad again.
Q&E, B4OLY, WQIE.
Okay, QT.
So Broly went back in the front seat and put his pants on because it wouldn't be a good idea to drive without pants. They started driving to Pan's house where it would be much safer.